Hi everyone, this is Simon from Robotics Center of Silicon Valley. Today we are continuing our introduction of the mighty WUJI Gloves. As introduced last time, this glove is really of high functionality. It captures both the motions and pressures really well. And today we're going to do a walkthrough of all of its technical details and also to demonstrate how well it captures data on the computer. When you look at the gloves, you can see this small little square right here. This is the IMU unit, and it captures all the motions from the wrist. And also on each of these fingertips, there is a EMF unit, which also captures motions that happens on the fingertips. It has 6 degrees of freedom with about 2 millimeters in accuracy. When you go to the front, you can see that all the sensory units are all located here. So there are about 526 sensory points right here. Really capture the pressure as well. We can later see it in the live demonstration of how well it captures the data. Also on the end right here, there's this motherboard where all the data wire towards this data retrieval center. So overall, the glove is very soft and it's also of very lightweight. I think it's very convenient to connect this glove to the computer. There are like 2 cords needed, 3 cords needed actually. So one is this Type-C to Type-C cord, which connects the gloves to the little dots right here. And also we need an Ethernet cord. It does all the data transmission from the gloves to the computer. And we also need an independent power cord that connects from this dot to an external power source. For some of the gloves that you see in the market, they actually have them integrated, but with the Ethernet cord, the data quality is usually just way higher. Firstly, let's try to connect the Type-C to Type-C, and then also connect this part to the stop. And then I'm gonna connect this Ethernet cord to the dots, and the other end just goes to the computer. And not to forget about the power cord, which goes on like the other end right here. Right. So right now, everything should be nicely connected. From here, you can see this little cyan blinking light, which suggests that the glove is now activated and the power is on. And then we're ready to dive into the software part. This is the page for the Wuji Studio. And this is a studio to manage all devices, all the connections, and also manage all the hardware updates, and helps you do the data visualizations, demonstrations, and also helps to calibrate the gloves before using. If you want to download the studio, you want to go to the releases, you're going to this DV document and you're going to download it. And of course, all the things has to run on the Ubuntu system. Right now, what we need to do is to run it. I can just do it through the command prompt. And just type in Wuji Studio, and right now everything will just start running. Alright, so right now you can see this is the page for the Wuji Studio. The first page is the data connection management page, where it shows all the past device that I've connected to, and you can see that the network is already showing that okay, the right glove is being attached, and then we can just connect it. And the second page right here is the demonstration page, which later you will see my hands being waving around right here, and these are all the pressure points being represented. On the very bottom, it is this is the 24x32 matrix that we talked about. And it can also manage firmware updates and any extension that's compatible with it. And it can also do calibrations, which I will demonstrate later. And it has this checklist to do a testing of whether the glove is correctly attached. If anything went wrong, it will show up right here, and you can debug accordingly. All right, so this is where the magic happens. So I'm gonna wear the gloves and then connect it to the computer. So when you wear the gloves, make sure that you pull the palm part of the glove instead of the back, because the back is filled with the cables and you don't want to strip any of them, because this is also a very expensive set of gloves and you don't want to waste your money. Right now it's nicely attached. So all we need to do is to click disconnect, and we're set. And before doing the demonstration, we will do some calibration. Alright, the calibration is done, and right now let's go to the visualization. So look at how beautiful it is. This is my visual hands, and this is my reality hand. And right now I'm waving. You can see that on the left, the hand is waving with me, And then when I twitch my fingers, it's also moving, and you can see how fast the response is. And yeah, it is almost real time, and the data latency is only about 10 milliseconds or less, and it is a very impressive speed. On the bottom right here, you can see these are all the pressure point representations, and you can see that when I press the pump, the pressure points react to it, and it almost had like kind of no blind spot. And whenever I press, it all kind of just show up, and it should cover kind of all the capturing of the daily tasks that we typically performs. Just kind of transition well across different regions, and you can see that everything is so responsive and fast. And then when I move around, it's capturing all of those things, and it's so beautiful. And even with that, you can do some recording with it, and the recording will just show you like all the posts that you have done, and on the bottom right here, it will show a quality monitor where it will see whether there's any frame drops or any sync offset. Yeah, everything is being well represented on this specific platform. Right, so when I click stop recording, then everything is going to be saved in a file which you can later use to do any analysis or training that you desire. And of course, if you are going to set up an independent pipeline for like training, experiments, or any sort of like app developments, the SDK will be the best option. All right, that's pretty much for today, and hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time.